Hello everybody, this is your department chair. Today I will explain how the states in Musume work and tell you how to win the URA finale. So we have 5 states. Speed affects the speed during the final spurt. The final spurt is the last 1/3 distance of the course, and it is the most important part in the race. Stamina is a course-dependent threshold. If your stamina is below the required value, your final spurt speed will drop significantly. So both speed and stamina affects the final spurt. That's because the final spurt speed, the real speed of final spurt, can differ very much. But before the final spurt, the states don't affect much. They do not make big difference before the final spurt. So we focus on final spurts. And the power affects accelerations and the real speed on slopes when you climb in slopes climbing. And guts, it's a pity, but guts is currently almost a useless state. And weight affects skill activation rate and the success rate of some beneficial in-game systems. This is the abstract, and I will go deeper in each state. First of all, speed matters the most. In general, speed affects race time much more than other states. The race time is the real time your trainee finish the race, arrive the goal. So the speed will affect because we know the winner is the one with the shortest race time. But there are two threshold states, weight and stamina. These two are the threshold states. The low stamina will make your spurt weak, and low weight make your skills inactivated. The skills is important in this game, and almost except the skills with green icon, all skills will need to pass a weight check to be activated. If your weight is low, your skills will not activate, so you will be you will be punished for that. Therefore, the plan is to reach the cap, the 1200 speed cap, while passing these two, the weight and stamina thresholds. So how about the rest two states? Oh, you will not be punished by low power and low guts. No, it's fine. At least you will not be punished in the career. So what is the weight threshold? Here is the formula for the skill activation probability. We will call weight check afterwards. The formula is this, and if you only have 100 weight, the skill activation probability is only 10%. If you have double 200, it's 55%, and with 300, it's 70%. And as the weight raises, the X rate will not raise as fast as the weight. So it's pretty reasonable to reach 300 weight, and with 70% activation rate without a weight card. We don't need a weight card to reach 300 weight when we run URA finale. So 300 weight is a common target. Of course, if you have weight cards in your deck, you can try to reach 450 weight with 800 with 80% activation rate. It depends, but 300 is fine, I think. Also, besides the skill activation rate, weight also affects speed in the first two-thirds of the race slightly. It slightly affects, so you don't need to care about it much. And weight also affects the speed to run downhill heavily. If it's a course with many downhills or long downhills, the weight is important, but in this era, currently, we don't need to care about that. We just need to care about the skill activation probability. By the way, these benefits are inconsistent because weight only increase probabilities of these two systems. Yeah, so it's not consistent. And the other threshold is stamina. Stamina threshold depends on the distance of course to run. In career, you need to mention that in career, each UMA Musume gains a 400 bonus. That is if your stamina states is 200. In career race, it will be treated as 600 stamina. And we have healing skills with this icon. The gold one is rare and the white one is normal. The healing skills can help you passing the threshold. And also, a rare healing skill is 3.6 times effective to a normal one. So if you have a rare healing skill, you will like you like it. You will get it. You will gain it if it will activate. This was another video course to explain which healing skill is good, which healing skill is bad, but I will leave it to the other video. Now, you just need to remember that you need to pass the stamina threshold, and in career, you have a 400 bonus. Outside the career, you don't have that. And you have healing skills. The rare healing skills are fine, are good, are great. And this is a very rough. The stamina threshold will change time to time, course to course, horse to horse, but this is a rough table for the thresholds. For the short distance, you need like 300. For mile, you need like 600. Oh, by the way, the position, and it differs from position to position. Yes. And for 2,000 meters, you need like 800. And for the Japanese Derby, you need 900, and the 1R means one activated rare healing skill. It needs to be activated. If you don't have rare healing skills, you only have normal ones, you need 3.6 normal healing skills for the stamina. And for the Tenno sprint, you need 1,200 stamina among 2 rare healing skills. No one can pass the threshold. So what happens? If all UMAs in career, there are many trainees need to run Tenno show sprint, but no trainee, including the opponents, can pass the stamina. If all UMAs don't pass the threshold, the one with higher stamina will spurt faster, and usually the one with the highest stamina will be the winner. Guts. By the way, guts is in fact part of the stamina threshold. Too little guts causes early fatigue in long distance races, but 400 guts is fine. And if you focus on stamina training to reach like 900 and more, your guts won't end up as low as like 250 or 320. Well, no, that won't happen because the stamina training will raise our guts. Will raise your guts. By the way, in Korea, guts also have 400 bonus. In fact, all states have a 400 bonus, but this bonus does not affect the skill activation probability. Yeah, so you cannot use the 400 bonus to pass the weight threshold, but you can use it to pass the stamina threshold. So we only need 400. Even if your real guts is 0, it's fine in Korea. It's not fine outside Korea, but it's fine in Korea. So yes, it's safe to ignore guts for the most part. Okay, the last is power. Power is a nice to have state, but it is not critical. After you reach the capped speed, passing the thresholds, the stamina threshold and the width threshold, I need to mention you that the stamina threshold, after you pass it, the extra stamina is redundant. You won't get benefits with the overflow stamina. So in that case, you can raise your power and your weight and your skills to make your Musume better than others. And also, power matters more in short distance courses, more than long distance courses. But speed is always more important than power. Yeah. That's the states. So how to build a deck to win URA finales? We need to get 300 or more weight and pass the stamina threshold. So this is our goal. How to achieve that? Because we need to focus on speed, and speed is never overdone until the 1200 cap. So we always use 4 speed cars until you end up with the cap speed constantly. We have the event speed card special week. We can borrow a speed card, and if you reroll for 6 Tosho, we have a good SR speed card, and then you can fill with anything, the level 30 SSR speed card or even a rare speed card. Just use 4 speed cards to try to raise the speed states, and then check the races your training needs to run and needs to win. For example, Meijiro McQueen and Rice Shower need to win Tenno Show Sprint. So you use 2 stamina cards. It is usually Super Quick and the Story Meijiro McQueen if you are not training Meijiro McQueen, because both of them give you healing skills, rare healing skills. If you have Maestro and cooldown and like 500 stamina, you will win the Tenno Show Sprint easily, very easy. And if it's Japanese Derby or Japan Cup, the 2000 and 400 meters course, you may use single Super Quick and get the Maestro. And if it is activated, yeah, you will be fine. Or you can raise your stamina to like 400 or to like 400 to be like 200 more than other Musumes, to other horses, then you will be fine with the stamina thresholds. If your training does not need to run the long distances like the Sakura Baxino, you don't need the stamina cards. In that case, fill the deck with weight cards or friend cards if you have. I do not suggest low-level friend cards, especially for the AOE. She's really weak. If you have like fully uncapped Tazuna, that's fine. She's fine. You can use that. You can use her, or you just go 4 speed 2 wit, or 4 speed 2 stamina, or 4 speed 1 stamina 1 wit. And the last thing is which position to run. In fact, front is always the best position if your training has a high speed. Whatever the training you are training, whatever. Even if Rise Shower or Glass Wonder and even Ghost Ship, the front is always the best position. Yeah. But the prerequisite is you need high speed. How high? You need to have like 300 speed higher than your opponents. Then running front is safe. It's the most safe. It's the safest position. It is because all positions behind the front can be blocked. If your horse is blocked, your stays do nothing, just nothing. You can't do anything for it. There are some exceptions, in fact, like if you are training oblique cap, and you choose not to raise the stamina and you need the Gorman to win the Arimakinen, or because front can be the first place when there's 200 meters left. You want to trigger the triumphant pause, or you will be overtaken. In that case, your oblique cap can run pace. Yeah, something like that. But in most cases, you want to run front, so you want high speed. If you don't have high speed, front is not safe. Yeah, so just go and see. By the way, if your stamina is a little low, the late surger may help you. The late surger position is good at it can pass the stamina threshold quite easier, and it has a high spurt speed, but it is all on the prerequisite of not being blocked. So if you can't win with front, you can try late, like that. And this is some samples of the career I made today. You can see because Bakshin does not need stamina, so I use 2 wit. And Glass Wonder need to run Arimakinen a long distance, so I borrowed a super quick and I used a wit card. And yeah, they are fine to win the URA finale. Okay, hope this video will help you. If you like this video, please don't forget to favorite, to press the like, favorite, or subscribe my channel to cheer me. And by the way, I will post a link to my Discord server. I already have a Discord server for my Chinese and Japanese audiences, and I made my Discord server a forum, and I created some English channels. So if you like my channel, please consider to join my Discord server from the link in the video description. Thank you. So let's see you next time. Bye bye.